Hi everyone. So welcome to the session. This is the first session of a three-part series on idioms. We will be covering various types of questions on idioms and see how it goes. My name is Abhilasha and I'll be taking you through this session. Uh, let's get started. I hope I'm audible and visible. So what's an idiom? Of course, you understand it's a figurative expression where the meaning is not very clear from the individual word. So you have to understand the meaning of the idiom by itself. Okay, mastery of idioms helps in interpreting nuanced languages and understanding native level uses. For example, she let the cat out of the bag does not mean that an actual cat came out of the bag. It just means that she revealed a secret. So idioms very useful. Native speakers use a lot of idioms. I'm sure you must also be using a lot of Indian idioms for your native language, right? All right, so let's take a look at the question. The idioms in bold, we will have to identify the meanings of those. So, after weeks of covert planning, the commander accidentally let the cat out of the bag during a press briefing. Of course, we understood this one. Letting the cat out of the bag means to reveal a confidential plan, not hide it, not completed the mission, not allowed the cat to escape. That one, of course, you already knew. The new CEO decided to call the shots. You can keep pausing the video wherever you want to and then just answer the question based on your knowledge. Despite resistance from the board, he's decided to call the shots. He's going to make key decisions. Okay, that is calling the shots. Though many doubted her, Maya's success, she was proved that she was worth her salt. She was skilled and competent, right? She's worth the money that she's being paid for. The critics' remarks were harsh, but the author managed to take them in his stride. To take them in his stride means to accept them calmly and move on. So when you do something calmly, patiently, you can, you're taking things in your stride. You're very comfortable about them. His sudden resignation threw a spanner in the works of the company's expansion plan. So, throwing a spanner in the works means to stop something unexpectedly, to cause unexpected trouble. Think of it, if you throw a spanner in a machine, what will happen? The machine will stop, right? So, throwing a spanner in the works means to stop something unexpectedly, to cause unexpected trouble. I knew she was bluffing. Her plan didn't hold water. So, plan didn't hold water, or explanation didn't hold water means it was not convincing. Was well supported, no. Was based on fact, no. Was detailed, no. The plans or explanation didn't hold water, did not prove her right. Okay, so that's your holding water. The negotiations broke down when both sides refused to give an inch. When somebody gives an inch, they let the other party take some sort of a lead. So if they give an inch, they make a concession, not offer money, not remain silent, not agree instantly, to make a concession to give an inch. That's the correct answer. All right, his ability to read the room saved us from making an inappropriate joke. To read the room means to understand the mood and feelings of the people, what's happening. You've understood what is happening in the room. That's reading the room. Okay, not decorating, not observe furniture, not read a book aloud. There's another one idiom which has a room, and that is elephant in the room. Right? If there is an elephant in the room, oh, my pen goes crazy. That essentially means that there is something controversial that no one want to talk about. Okay, so it's a controversial topic that no one wants to touch, right? So that's elephant in the room. I hope you got that. All right. In the heated argument, Ravi decided to take the high road instead of retaliating. So he took the high road means he chose a morally better response. He did not retaliate. He did not behave in a bad manner. He just behaved in a better manner. So better fashion. That's choosing a morally better response. The broker advised me not to put all my eggs in one basket. So if you put all your eggs in one basket and if the basket falls, what happens? All your eggs will break. So therefore, you're putting all your investments in one place, right? So when you say don't put all your eggs in one basket, it essentially means to diversify investments, okay? When you say not to put all your eggs in one basket, not ignore savings, not eat all eggs, and not store your eggs separately. All right, let's take a look. When she declined the offer, the recruiter said she was shooting herself in the foot. When you shoot yourself in the foot, you're harming yourself, right? So hurting her own chances, harming yourself. Okay. So that's shooting yourself in the foot. You've put your foot in your mouth. That's another one. Huh? Put your foot in your mouth is to make a fool of yourself. Okay, to make a fool of yourself. That's put your foot in your mouth. There's another idiom which is a very nice one. Cut your nose to spite your face. Now this idiom, when you cut your nose to spite your face, just because you are upset with yourself, you harm yourself or harm one thing to show your anger with another thing, right? So when you harm yourself because you are angry at something, someone, right, or something. So that's cutting your nose to spite your face. Cutting your nose to spite your face. My bad. I don't know why I've written nose accidentally. So those are some idioms that talk about your body parts. I really like these. Very nice, interesting ones. All right, the teacher warned the student not to jump on the bandwagon without careful thought. Jumping on the bandwagon means to imitate a trend blindly. I don't know, your parents might have said this also. If all your friends are jumping into the well, are you going to jump into the well also? So joining the bandwagon or jumping on the bandwagon means to follow a trend blindly because all your peers are doing it. Not walk slowly, not take a bus, not invent something new. So yes, jumping on the bandwagon, just follow someone like a pat. All right, the new policy was announced, but many employees were left in the dark. Left in the dark means uninformed or unaware. Okay. So that's a very nice one. His presentation was brilliant. He really stole the show at the conference. To steal the show at a conference means to attract all attention, to become the center of attention. Yeah, you become the center of attention because you've done something good, not because of any other reason, because of your good work. Okay, that's to steal the show. All right, let's look at the next question. The manager tried to calm everyone. Her words only added fuel to the fire. So her words incited everyone, right? So to incite everyone is to make the situation worse, to exacerbate something. Exacerbate means to worsen the situation, right? To add fuel to the fire. So to jump from the frying pan into the fire, to make things worse. Okay. So that's another one that you can use. So she jumped from the frying pan, from one bad situation into another. Into a fire. Okay, so that also you can use for exacerbating or making the situation worse. Okay. All right, so here are your answer keys. I've already told you the answers. You don't really need the answer keys. Okay. All right, we'll stop now, guys. Thank you so much. I hope this session was helpful. Please understand that idioms are important, and I'll tell you why. The number one reason is that questions come from idioms, right? Direct questions come, they ask you the meanings of idioms. So that's number one. Number two, in your reading comprehension, a lot of times writers use a lot of idioms. So if you know your idioms, you're able to read and understand the passage. It leads to better comprehension. So therefore, knowledge of idioms is very important. So both directly and indirectly, this is something that is going to help you in your IPMAT preparation. Okay, guys, with that, I come to the end of my session. Please make sure that you join in next week also. Next week, same time, same place. I will see you again. If there are any questions, you can drop them in the chat box. We will answer them. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share, do your thing. Everything is important, right? Bye-bye, everybody.